Alright, so this is a motor from a 2004 Honda Pilot. For this demonstration I actually have the whole motor, transmission, and subframe separated from the vehicle, but I'm going to show you how to remove the AC compressor. Of course, your method of getting it out will have to be a little different if the motor is in the vehicle. You've got two 14mm bolts, 12mm, one right here and one right here, and you've got a 12mm right here and right here. You also have a 10mm holding in one AC line and a 10mm on the bottom of the upper AC line on the AC compressor. For this you will need a deep 10mm socket to reach this 10mm. You'll probably need an extension also, especially for this one. So I have the AC lines cut, but I'll go ahead and, alright, and that's going to be the removal of your AC lines. If you have Freon in the system, you are going to want to release that Freon. The belt tensioner is going to be located on the passenger side. It's going to be this pulley right here. I'll take the ratchet off so you can see it better. This is the AC compressor right here. This is your belt tensioner. That's going to be a 14mm. And you're going to pull up on the belt tensioner to release the tension. Alright, now with your belt off, you're going to remove the 12mm fasteners that hold the AC compressor in. Again, there's 4 of them. And then the AC compressor should come loose. Now, depending on how you're doing this, you can drop the front subframe, which there are 2 long 19mm bolts, kind of look like these, that hold the subframe into the frame of the vehicle. Or you can take your alternator out, and if you move the alternator out of the way, you should be able to pull the AC compressor up and away. I would like to add, I do have the exhaust manifold removed already. As you can see, it is unnecessary to remove the exhaust manifold from the motor to replace the AC compressor. You can leave that on there. Now I'm going to show you how to remove the alternator on the 04 Honda Pilot. First things first, you're going to want to remove your electrical connectors. You've got a ground wire on top and your power wire, the green one, on the bottom. You're going to want to go ahead and remove the electrical connector. There's a tab you can see right here. You just press down on that. You may have to kind of work it a little bit. It may have stiffened up before you can pull it out. And then you have a 12mm bolt on your ground wire. This I've already removed. The wire, you can go ahead and put that fastener back on there once you removed it so you don't lose it. There on the passenger side, there is a 12mm bolt on top, and I don't know if you can see that in the back. That's part of the bracket. You can remove that, or you could just remove the alternator this way. And there is a 14mm on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. That's your 14 down there, right next to your tensioner, or right above the tensioner is your 14, and your 12 is on top. We're going to go ahead and remove the fastener that's actually holding the alternator in. Now, we're not necessarily going to be able to use an impact in theory when the alternator is in the vehicle. You're going to want to get in there with a ratchet, perhaps a long handle ratchet. Once you have the alternator out, you can remove the AC compressor easily.